Hi everyone, I hope you're well. This is CoinsKid. Just going to dive into XRP. Once again, thank you for support. Okay, big up the CoinsKid crew. So we had a right positive close yesterday above 55 EMA. I'm going to talk to you about that in a moment. At the minute, you run into the 050 fib as well, which is this level of resistance. See this? A 050 fib at 03578. Now, what I'm looking for here is a couple of scenarios. I'm going to go through it with you, but you can see here, this was a bit of a fake out. We was anticipating coiling up, and this is why we kept moving our stops up on this trend line. Like I said to you, what a lot of people do wait for is a break and confirmation of a key level resistance or key level support to go short or long, basically. And this is why I do try and find the optimal entry points of trend lines or whatever, or EMAs or fibs, and then you move your stops up. Okay, so you're at least winning, basically, because all the way here we was long in, and then we moved the stops up, and when it starts to roll down, at least you're getting stopped out, and like I said to you, we've got a bit of a fake out here, never closed above this trend line. You see this level of resistance, coiling up, failing to close, bit of a fake out, and then boom, we're putting that last impulsive move down to the downside right there. A bit of a fake out again, a bit of a bear trap potentially, because look at the reaction off that. It's a huge reaction. Doesn't mean we're super bullish, of course not, but potentially what we're doing here, we're getting frustrated, we're carving out a bottom potentially. I'm going to try and find all the moves and all the waves for you as best as I can. So again, like I said to you, wait for a confirmation statement, not like me being a bit of a DJ moving the stops up, but we've got a lovely little close above this resistance, and then eventually the technical target of an ascending triangle has been met. Okay, it is what it is. Look at that, boom. So you could have waited for the close and then gone long with your stop loss on that trend line, okay, because you're rolling back into it. So anyway, that's a different story, but what I'm going to show you right now is a potential scenario that's carving out for XRP right here. So if we take a look at the weekly time frame here for XRP, you can see that the bullish scenario right now is you're carving out a bottom, okay, and like I said to you, you're coming down here, you're sort of curling around. Look at this, you're getting this sort of structure right now on the charts, a potential ascending triangle over quite a long period of time. You carve out some kind of ascending triangle, you begin to do something like that, it's going to look really bullish, that your lows in, basically, and that's the structure we're looking for right now. And you can see the gaps on the EMA is still a very large gap on the 55 and the 20 right there, and that's something I was calling for, is this slowdown, and we're getting it. So it's a big tick right now that we're trying to carve out the bottom, isn't it? Okay, I wish I could tell you 100%, yep, your bottom's in, you're going to break up and all that, but we need to see the structure, we need to see, Bitcoin, XRP, sorry, carving out this bottom, okay? So what am I looking at right now? So I think that, one indication that we have got the bottom would be really simple, because there's still a chance here that we're still in the process of carving out this bottom, and people can get really bullish or really bearish or whatever, but for me it's all about support and resistance. So right now, that level there, if you see a weekly close above that, I would expect an impulsive move to the upside, okay? And if you start to see a weekly close below this level of support, let me drop a horizontal line in just there for you, Alt H on your keyboard. If you start to see a weekly close below that low just there, okay, you see that low, which is pretty much where you found support down there and failed to close below it. If you do start to see a close below that, I think that could be quite bearish for XRP and could indicate another impulsive move to the downside. So that's really key going forward, is on the weekly time frame especially, close above this level here, which is a 702 fib retracement, which is what you're going through right now, because at the minute you retrace into this high, okay, because potentially this impulsive is corrective, and right now this is impulsive to that high. Break the 1 fib, you're all the way up there on the 1618, okay? Really, that's simple. But a precursor to breaking the 1 fib could be if you start to see XRP closing above that key level of resistance, and the precursor to an impulsive wave down, and this is not your low, is if you start to see XRP closing below 03209. Now, there is absolutely the chance here that this, is running to resistance, running support, run into resistance again, come back down to support, making a high level support, and you're constantly doing something like that over quite, a few months here, and it gets really boring. But if you start to carve out that kind of structure down here at the potential bottom for XRP, I'll be more biased to the fact, okay, your bottom is definitely, and you're confirming it, you're creating a very bullish pattern down here, and you're looking at least a minimal breakout eventually to the 1618 at 04854 and this red trend line, which you can see you've not back tested at all. You've just got this massive push down, big massive greed in the market. It works in the same direction, up or down. Like I said to you, you can identify it by overextension and verticalness of the EMAs, and just here slowing down, carving out a potential bottom, we start to see that amazing. Okay, so you understand that update. I've not got a crystal ball, but if we start to come up and we run into that and we start to come back and do something like that, that's going to start to look really, really bullish. And like I said to you, you could just wait for that to play out, okay? Or, you know, if you start to see XRP come up and close below 0.37, it means you've got your correction in there, and right now you're closing there and you've got a sort of mini sort of ascending triangle where you're looking quite impulsive and you're going to start to come up, break that resistance, okay? I would be more biased to the fact to say, okay, you're at least looking to retest to the 1 fib, and I would say you're going to break out, and that's your minimal target, 1618 right there, okay? And this would be some kind of big third wave, which could see a potential impulsive move to the 2.272 at 0.58, where I do think that is a major level of resistance going forward for XRP, and I would expect a big retracement at that level as well going forward down the line, okay? So that's basically XRP. Hope you enjoyed that little update. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned, you know, and all this, going long, going short, you know, spot buying or whatever, you know, building your accumulation levels, because I'm going to try and find all the swings for you, just like I found them all here, okay, in this previous wave 1, that potentially right now you've had this massive wave 2, and this is a formation of a wave 3, possibly, okay, no guarantees, but if we do start to do all this here, then I'm going to find every single 1618 and every single retracement for you, just like I did for my family and friends before making these videos, okay? So you enjoyed that update. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned, and take care, and thank you for support. Bye bye.